Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Today we are going to have our DTRS session. DTRS stands for Daily Takkar Rapid Series, and it is a series of, let's say, 10 question discussion every day. And these questions are from current affairs. And through these questions, we not only help you understand these current affairs, but we also help you understand the basic concepts that are behind those current affairs. Through these questions, we make you aware of the important areas that you have to look into those current affairs for your UPSC Prelims examination. So let us quickly see a quotation for the day. Okay, so this quote is, these quotes are generally picked up to assist you. Basically, some quotes are, let's say, motivational quotes, others are related to, let's say, your paper. You can utilize them in the essay paper, you can use these quotes in the ethics paper also. So this particular quotation has been written by J.K. Rowling. Many of you might be knowing about her. She is a person who has written, let's say, the Harry Potter series, right? So here, let us read this quotation. It says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of time if one only remembers to turn on the light." Means, whenever you are in a difficult scenario, whenever you are depressed, the thing is like, if you have the inner motivation, you will have the courage to, let's say, overcome that kind of, let's say, darkness in your life. Okay, so this is what is explained through this quotation. Okay, it says happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. What you need to do, you just need to turn on the inner motivation to find happiness in your life. Okay, so with this, let us quickly understand about the topics from where we have, let's say, picked up questions for prelims exam. One is from mitochondrial disease. Today we are going to understand about mitochondrial diseases. Then cold moon, Pitra Painting. This particular topic is from art and culture. The first one was from science and technology. Cold moon, it is from, let's say, space technology, or we can in general say it to be part of science itself. Then we have Chilika Lake. We are going to understand, this is from geography point of view. Magnetars from science and technology. Then Huntington disease, again science and technology and health. Osiris Rex, like Osiris Apex mission. So this is from science and technology. FEAST, finite element analysis of structures, again a topic from science and technology. Then Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeastern Region, which is known as PM Divine. This is a government initiative for the development of the Northeastern region. Apart from this, we have Mudi Ettu. This particular topic is from art and culture. So if we categorize these topics today, so most of the topics are from science and technology area. Some topics are from art and culture. There is a government scheme that we are going to discuss, and there is a topic from the basic sciences. Okay, so these are the things. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining. Now let us understand about the first topic. It is, let's say, with reference to mitochondrial diseases. So let us read the question, then we will understand about the concept related to mitochondrial diseases. Okay, it says, with reference to the mitochondrial diseases, consider the following statements. They have given 4 statements, and here we need to identify how many of the above statements are correct. All right, we need to identify how many of the above statements are correct. Let us read these statements one by one. It says it is a non-curable disease. Okay, it is a non-curable disease. This is right. It is caused by genetic mutations. This is also right. It affects cells of the heart, kidney, and brain. This is also right. It occurs generally in adults aged 50 years and above. This is wrong. Now let us understand what do we mean by mitochondrial disease. Okay, so we'll be little quick to understand this. Mitochondrial diseases. Generally, we know mitochondria, when we talk about mitochondria, it is considered to be the powerhouse of a cell. Okay, it is considered to be powerhouse of a cell. So inside mitochondria, let's say, energy is generated. And mitochondrial disease happens whenever there is some kind of mutation in the mitochondria in a cell. in a human being, right? So mitochondrial diseases can affect, let's say, like, it can be transferred from one generation to another generation. So that's why we have, let's say, we have pro-nuclear, let's say, transfer technology. So mitochondrial diseases can be, let's say, like, it can be like cured, but like, not after the disease happens to an adult. But the thing is, at an early embryonic stage, like, there can be some genetic editing to completely remove the mitochondrial disorders or mitochondrial diseases, right? It is considered to be the powerhouse of a cell. And mitochondrial diseases are generally genetic in nature, okay? They are genetic in nature, okay? They are genetic diseases. And apart from this, because of mitochondrial diseases, it can affect any part of the body. Whatever part of the body is mentioned over here, heart, kidney, brain, any part of the body can be affected because of mitochondrial disease. So the thing is, like, the first three statements are correct, means like only three are correct. In this case, C will be the right answer, okay? The fourth is wrong. Why? Mitochondrial disease generally affects the infant, right? Or those people who are below the age of 20 years. They are affected because of mitochondrial disease. Now let us see a previous year question. It says, consider the following statements. Here they have given three statements, okay? It says, genetic changes can be introduced in the cells that produce eggs or sperms of a prospective parent. Means, it simply means like gene editing technology. You might have heard about 3-parent baby. So there we do genetic changes, right, into the cells that produce eggs or sperms of a prospective parent. Then a person's genome can be edited before birth at an early embryonic stage. This is also right. Human-induced pluripotent stem cells can be injected into the embryo of a pig. This is also correct. All the three statements are correct. It means option D is the right answer, okay? So this particular topic, it is from gene editing technology, or right, it is from gene editing technology, or you can say biotechnology. So this is from science and technology area. Now let us quickly move to the next question, okay? This question is also important. It says, consider the following pairs. On one side they have mentioned the names, common terms, common names that are used for moon. And on the right side, they have mentioned about description of these common terms. What are these common terms? They have mentioned blue moon, super moon, blood moon, cold moon. So these topics were in the news, the Hindu newspaper. They have given a specific, let's say, image of super blue moon, right? I think in the month of October, it was there. So related to that, we have included a question on this topic. It says, blue moon. So they have given, let's say, on one side they have mentioned the term, on the other side they have mentioned what is its meaning. Blue moon is the second full moon occurring within a single calendar month. Okay, first one is not directly matched. It should be this way. It is matched with this one. Super moon, the moon's closest approach to Earth in its monthly orbit. Okay, so first and second are incorrectly matched. Then we have blood moon, a total lunar eclipse which gives the moon a reddish copper color. That's correct. Cold moon, longest and last full moon of the year. This is right. So to understand this particular thing, let me draw a diagram to help you understand this concept. Let's consider this is the Earth, okay? This is Earth. Let me draw the diagram of a moon also. This is moon. So what generally happens? The moon is revolving around the Earth. Moon is revolving around the Earth, right? So when moon is revolving around the Earth, it follows a path that is known as elliptical path. Okay, it follows a path that is known as elliptical path, kind of this path. So in this route, this is the closest distance between Earth and moon. Let's say, like, this is the closest distance. When the moon is over here, let's say, like, if the moon comes over here, what will happen? It will be at a very far distance from the Earth. So this closest distance from the Earth is known as what? It is known as perigee. Okay, it is known as perigee. If moon is farthest from earth, this is known as apogee, right? Apogee. Now what happens? Let's consider we have sun somewhere here. I mean, like, long, like, at very long distance, we have sun. So sunlight will come from this to the earth, and if moon falls on the shadow zone of earth, the sunlight will not be able to reach there. Okay, sunlight will not be able to reach there. If sunlight does not reach there, so it will lead to blood moon, means a total lunar eclipse which gives moon a reddish copper color. Means the moon will be entirely, let's say, like, will not be able to receive any light from the sun, so it is going to lead to a kind of lunar eclipse. What? Lunar eclipse. When lunar eclipse happens, lunar eclipse means like moon is in the shadow zone of earth. The sunlight directly reaches earth, but like, it does not reach the moon because it blocks the entire moon. That is known as lunar eclipse. When lunar eclipse happens, generally moon will appear darkish, like darkish color. But the thing is, what happens, because of some phenomena, the outer portion of the moon, like, a reddish color is seen. That is known as blood moon. Okay, it is known as blood moon. Here they have given blood moon, and they have mentioned about this particular thing, super moon, the moon's closest approach to earth in its monthly orbit. Now this moon is, let's say, revolving around the earth. It is going this way, it is coming this way. So when the moon is very near to the earth, the moon will appear to be bigger in size. This is known as what? Super moon. Okay, it is known as super moon. So when moon will be very near to the earth, near to the, let's say, it will be at perigee, that will be known as super moon. Similarly, here they have mentioned about blue moon. Blue moon means the second full moon occurring within a single calendar month. So whenever we have second time full moon within a single calendar month, that will be considered to be a blue moon. And there is a term cold moon, longest and last full moon of the year. So in a year, the longest moon or the last moon that will be there, that is known as cold moon. So only two of the above are correctly matched, means option B will be the right answer. With this, let us move to this question, UPSC previous year question. It says the same phase of the moon always presented to the earth. This is right. The moon rotates about its own axis in 23.5 days, which is about the same time that it takes to orbit the earth. This is also like, this is wrong. Why? It takes about 27 days, okay, to complete one revolution around the earth. First is right, and this phenomena is known as tidal locking. Okay, this phenomena is known as tidal locking. So let me let's say use the same diagram to explain the previous year question, UPSC. So UPSC has asked this question in the year of 2005. Okay, this phenomena is known as what? It is known as tidal locking. What do we mean by tidal locking? Tidal locking means earth is there, earth is revolving around the sun, moon is also revolving around the earth, but moon follows the earth, and in the earth, moon, sun system, moon and earth, they together revolve around the sun. But what happens in this revolution? Let's say earth relatively remains in its own place. Let's say it keeps on rotating. Moon revolves around the earth, but one of the face of the moon always faces the earth. Okay, it always faces the earth. Means like, for example, let's say there is something on the center. I am revolving around the center in this manner. Okay, I am revolving around the center in this manner. My face is always towards that particular central position. That is known as tidal locking. Okay, this is known as tidal locking, and it is also known as synchronous rotation. Okay, there is a scientific term also that is known as synchronous rotation. Synchronous rotation and tidal locking means the same. Means there is one face of the moon that always faces the earth. Okay, although moon rotates, but the thing is, let's say like, moon does one rotation completely, right, which will be equivalent to the time that it takes to complete one revolution. one revolution and one rotation of the moon takes the same time. That's the thing. So that's why we have tidal locking. Okay. So with this, let us quickly move to another topic. Question number 3. Okay, we are going to discuss about this question. It says, consider the following statements with respect to Pattachitra painting. Okay, this topic is from art and culture section. Okay, art and culture section. Many of you may not be following art and culture properly, but whatever is coming in the newspaper, right, related to art and culture, you need to read them, because many a times UPSC directly picks questions from these areas. It says these paintings are a popular form based in temple traditions. Then these have received GI tag from both West Bengal and Odisha. Okay, so this is a question from art and culture, and in this question basically they have asked a very simple thing, Pattachitra painting. Okay, so both these statements are right. Okay, these paintings are a popular art form based in temple traditions. These have received GI tags from both West Bengal and Odisha. And this Pattachitra painting is believed to have originated from Odisha, from the temples of Odisha. Okay, from they have originated from the cult of Sri Jagannath temple tradition of Puri or Odisha, and they have originated in the year of 12th century. Means 12th century it has originated. And the thing is it is this art form is also performed or also practiced in West Bengal and parts of Bangladesh. Okay, those people who work in the Pattachitra painting, they are known as Chitrakars. Okay, they are known as Chitrakars, and this Pattachitra have received GI tag from both Odisha and West Bengal. Okay, so from both Odisha and West Bengal region, it has received what? GI tag. Now we have a previous year question. It says Padmapani. The painting of Bodhisattva Padmapani is one of the most famous and often illustrated paintings at Ajanta. Now here we need to understand, here they have given description of a kind of, let's say, like Bodhisattva. It is a famous painting. Where it is found? They have asked this. It is found in Ajanta cave. Now we need to understand what are bodhisattvas. So when you are reading Buddhism, right, so we generally study about heterodox and orthodox schools of philosophy, right? Like in Indian schools of philosophy, you study about orthodox and heterodox schools of philosophy. So one of the school of philosophy is known as Buddhism. Within Buddhism also we have Mahayana Buddhism and Hinayana Buddhism. And so Buddhism has a concept which is known as bodhisattvas. Who are bodhisattvas? Bodhisattvas are those enlightened beings, right? Those enlightened beings who delay their attainment of enlightenment for the sake of helping someone else so that they can attain their enlightenment. Okay, so there are bodhisattvas in different forms. One of the form of bodhisattva is known as Bodhisattva Padmapani. So in the Ajanta cave, there is a, let's say, painting, there is a picture of bodhisattva. So it's a picture of a male person who is holding a lotus and he is standing this way. Okay, he is standing this way. That is Bodhisattva Padmapani. Okay, it is located in Ajanta. If you want to read about similar topic, you need to read, let's say, Fine Arts book of 11th standard. Okay, Fine Arts book of 11th standard NCERT. There Bodhisattva Padmapani and many other pictures are given. Their description is also given. You will be able to understand about different art forms from there. Okay, so with this, let us quickly move to another topic. So here, let's say, in the explanation we have included around 18 different types of paintings. Okay, so these paintings have been included. In your free time, you can download and read it. Madhubani painting, Phad painting, Warli painting, then Kalamkari painting. We have included Gond painting, Pattachitra painting, right? Tanjore painting, Cherial scrolls, this Kalamezuthu, then Mandana art, Rajput painting, and Chittara painting, etc. Okay, like Saura painting, Bhil art, Mysore painting. Okay, so we have included different types of painting over here. In your free time, simply download this PDF from the description and go through the details. because we are given, let's say, definite time period to complete the classes. So that's why we are limited by time to discuss in detail about these things. Okay. So now let us understand about this question. It says consider the following statements. Okay. So this is from geographical point of view. This question tests your knowledge of geography. It says Chilika Lake is the largest freshwater lake in India. This statement is wrong. Why? Because this is not the freshwater lake. It is the largest saltwater lake in India. Okay, it is the largest saltwater lake in India. So that's why this is wrong. Second statement, it says India's only active volcano is found on barren island in the Lakshadweep group of islands. This is also wrong. Why it is wrong? Because India's only active volcano is found on the barren island. That is correct. But they are not located in Lakshadweep group of island. They are located in Andaman and Nicobar group of island. Okay, Andaman and Nicobar group of island. Okay, Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. It is located there. So first is wrong because it is a saltwater lake. Second statement is wrong because Barren Island is the active volcano, but the thing is it is found in Andaman and Nicobar group of island. Both these statements are wrong. So it says which of the above are correct? Neither are correct. None of them are correct. Option D is the right answer. Now let us see the previous year question. It is from UPSC Prelims 2002, long back. Okay. So it says which one of the following is not a lagoon? Now they are asking which of them is not a lagoon. Remember the keyword not. Now many of you may not be knowing what is lagoon. Let me help you understand, right? Let me help you understand what is a lagoon, right? Lagoon is again a geographical feature. Let's consider there is a sea, okay? Sea or ocean, they generally have, let's say, like, salty water in them because salinity is very high. In that particular sea, there can be a region. There can be a region, let's say, like, this much region. Okay, there can be a region which is little bit cut off from this particular sea. Why? Because let's say there can be rocks over here. Some rocks may be there, or some kind of sandbars might have been created. Although inside in this region, in this region, there is still water. There is still, let's say, like, sea water is still present. But this is little bit cut off from this region. And the nature of the water inside this, right? Inside this is salty. Okay, it is, water is salty in nature. Means it has high pH value. pH value is generally more than 7 because let's say on a pH scale from 1 to 14. So the thing is anything that has a pH value less than 7, they are acidic. Anything that has a pH value of more than 7, they are basic. Okay, they are basic. So when we talk about sea water, it is basic in nature. They are salty. So this particular region which is little bit cut off from the sea because of some kind of formation around it, that is known as lagoon. Okay. Here in this question they are asking which one of the following is not a lagoon? Which of them is not a lagoon? They have given example. Ashtamodi Lake, it's a lagoon. Chilika Lake, it's again a lagoon. Pulicat Lake is lagoon, but Perrier Lake is not a lagoon. Okay, like that. For this, what you do some exercise, understand where is Ashtamodi Lake located, what is its nature, Chilika Lake, where it is located. Chilika Lake remains in news, right? Remains in news. Pulicat Lake remains in news. Locate them, right? Try to understand about the nature of these lakes. Right, so it says, now we have another question. This is question number 5. We are going to discuss this question. It says, with reference to magnetars, consider the following statements. Okay, magnetars. So before we discuss this question, we need to understand what are magnetars. Magnetars are neutron stars. Okay, they are very big size stars and they have, let's say, magnetic field, which is, let's say, like, millions and billions of times the magnetic field that the earth has. For example, let us understand this thing. To understand this, let's say, okay, let me draw earth this way. Let's say this is earth. So the thing is, Earth has North Pole and Earth has South Pole. Something is known as geographical north and geographical south. Although Earth has a magnetic north and magnetic south, means Earth also acts as a magnet. It is known as geomagnet. Okay, Earth acts as a magnet. But the thing is, there are stars also, they also act as magnets. They emit, let's say, magnetic radiations, magnetic field lines. And the magnetic strength of the stars may be millions and billion times of the magnetic strength of the Earth. So these kind of stars are known as magnetars. Okay, they are known as, these neutron stars are known as magnetars. So having understood the quick definition of magnetars, let us try to understand this question. With reference to magnetars, consider the following statements. These are imaginary lines along the north magnetic pole which describes the direction of the magnetic force on the Earth at any given point. No. See, imaginary lines are known as magnetic field lines. For example, if we talk about this is Earth. So around Earth, there will be magnetic field lines, they'll go like this. None of the magnetic field line touches one another. I mean, like here in my diagram, it may touch because, like, you know, I cannot draw the perfect diagram, but magnetic field lines look like this. So they originate in the North Pole, they go to the South Pole, and they are continuous field lines. They are known as magnetic field lines. The imaginary lines are known as magnetic field lines. And these magnetic field lines exist in every magnet. Every magnet has a dipole. Magnet does not exist in unipolar format. In case of Earth, this is known as geomagnet. It has a dipole, North Pole and South Pole. The field lines will be originating from North Pole and it will be going to the South Pole. That's the thing. So these imaginary lines are known as magnetic field lines. They are not known as magnetars, right? Second statement, it says they display strong temporal variability, typically including a slow rotation and bright burst that might last for several months. This is right. Actually, they are talking about, let's say, like, you know, nature of the magnetic field lines in case of magnetars. This is right. So second statement is right. Okay, second statement is right in this question. Option B will be the right answer. Now let us quickly move to the previous year question. This question was asked by UPSC in 2019. Let us understand this question. It says, recently scientists have observed the merger of giant black holes billions of light years away from the Earth. What is the significance of this observation? If you are able to understand this statement, let me make you clear that the thing is, what they are saying, that they have observed the merger of giant black holes. Okay, so we need to understand what are black holes. What are black holes? Basically, black holes are the objects that are located, let's say, very far away from Earth, somewhere in the universe. Black holes are, they have some characteristics. Their size is very small. Okay, size is very small. Generally, they have almost infinite density. Okay, infinite density means very high density, because of which they attract objects from around, and none of the object that comes under the influence of the black hole, okay, none of the object that comes under the influence of the black hole will be able to, let's say, like, you know, pass through it. So all the objects that are passing through black holes, so they will be attracted towards it. They will get, let's say, like, you know, they will like get destroyed inside the black hole. That becomes the part of the black hole. None of the thing passes through the black hole or away from the black hole. So what has happened? Albert Einstein has given theory of relativity. What? He has given theory of relativity. And Albert Einstein has given two theories of relativity. One of them is known as special theory of relativity. Other is known as general theory of relativity. So Albert Einstein has given these theories of relativity in the year of 1915 or 1916. In the theory of relativity, he has predicted that black holes exist, and because black holes exist, gravitational waves also exist. What? Gravitational waves exist. Gravitational waves exist. So whenever two black holes merge, let's say there is one black hole, there is another black hole, and these two black holes may come under the influence of one another, they will get attracted to one another, they will become one, that is merger of black hole. Whenever black holes merge, they will lead to, let's say, generation of gravitational waves. Okay, gravitational waves can exist. And the thing is, recently scientists have let's say identified that gravitational waves actually exists, right? How do we calculate gravitational waves? You might have heard about this LIGO detector. What? LIGO, Laser Interferometry Gravitational Wave Observatory. So LIGO detector is situated in USA. So LIGO detector has, let's say, like, something like this. I mean, like, they have created big structures that are around, let's say, 3 to 4 kilometer length, like that. So they use polarimetry. Okay, they use laser interferometry. Gravitational waves observatory is a kind of instrument, and those people who have built it, they have identified the presence of gravitational waves. So the thing is, whenever black holes merge, they talk about the possibility, they talk about that possibility of gravitational waves. Like, we can identify that gravitational waves exist through the merger of black holes. Whenever black holes merge, they release gravitational waves. That's the thing. Okay. So with this, now let us quickly move to another topic. This is another topic. It says, with reference to Huntington disease, again from science and technology, okay, especially biotechnology, it says, with reference to Huntington disease, which one of the following is not correct? What they are saying? Not correct. It is very important that you should give emphasis to this word, not correct. So out of 4, only 1 will be not correct. Other 3 will be correct. It says it is an inherited disorder. It attacks areas of the brain that help to control voluntary movement. It mostly affects young children and leads to early deaths. There is no treatment that can stop or reverse the Huntington disease. Okay. So this topic is very, very important. So this topic is from biotechnology. All right. So what you need to do, you need to solve questions like this whenever it comes. Okay. So the first statement is right. It is an inherited disorder. This is right. It attacks areas of the brain that help control voluntary movement. There is no treatment that stop or reverse Huntington. It mostly affects young children. This is wrong. So Huntington disease, it mostly not affects young children. It affects the people who are middle-aged people. Okay, it affects those people who are middle-aged people. Huntington disease is a kind of, let's say, like, it is, it affects the part of the brain, that part of the brain that controls the voluntary movement. Okay, that controls voluntary movement. Voluntary movement means a movement that we can control. For example, my hand movement, it is known as voluntary movement. Some kind of movement in our body that is not controlled actively by person, that is known as involuntary movement. Okay, so voluntary movement is controlled. And because of Huntington disease, people, let's say, like, walk like this. I mean, like, they do not have control on their movement. So C is the right answer, means this is not correct. Okay, it affects middle-aged people. Then we have a previous year question. It says, which one of the following statement is not correct? This is again previous year question, but they are asking which of them is not correct. We have earlier discussed about this question, same question. So this is not correct, which is hepatitis B, unlike hepatitis C, does not have a vaccine. All others are correct. We discussed about it in detail earlier also in the DTRS session. So that's why we are not taking it now. Let us talk about another topic. This is a question from science and technology area again. It says, with reference to the Osiris apex, consider the following statements. So this Osiris apex, it may be a new term that you may have heard about, but the thing is, earlier there used to be OSIRIS-REx mission, OSIRIS-REx. All of you have heard about it. OSIRIS stands for Origins, Spectral Interpretation, Resource Identification, and Security Regolith Explorer, that is OSIRIS-REx. But here we are asking about Osiris apex. What? Osiris apex. So they have asked, they have given two statements. We need to identify which of these statements are correct. First statement, It is a follow-on on the OSIRIS-REx mission by the European Space Agency. This statement is wrong. It is because of the name of the agency. First part of the statement is right. It is a follow-on mission of the OSIRIS-REx, means after OSIRIS-REx, this mission came, which is OSIRIS-APEX, right? So it is not of European Space Agency. It is of National Aeronautics and Space Administration. National Aeronautics and Space Administration is the space agency of the United States of America. This mission belongs to NASA. Second, it says it aims to study the physical changes to the asteroid Apophis after close encounter with the Earth. This is right. So this is a new mission that has been launched by NASA. Why? Because this particular asteroid, it is going to, let's say, come very closer to the Earth in the year of 2019, especially in April 2019, it is going to come very close to Earth. Let's say this is Earth. It's going to come around 200 miles, 20,000 miles from the surface of the Earth. And this mission that they have, let's say, launched, this is to deflect this particular asteroid which is approaching the Earth. Okay, so this is the thing. It is a follow-on mission, and OSIRIS-APEX is a mission to study the physical changes to the asteroid Apophis that will result from its rare close encounter from this thing. So, they want to study the physical changes in this, in this particular asteroid that is going to come. Again, we have a question here. They have given 3 pairs, spacecraft and their purpose. So they have talked about Cassini-Huygens, okay, Cassini-Huygens. So Cassini-Huygens orbiting the Venus, it is not Venus, okay, it is not Venus. Here, this Cassini-Huygens is, let's say, it will be orbiting the Saturn. Which planet? Saturn. And this is by 3 space agencies. One is NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Second is by European Space Agency. Third is by Italian Space Agency. Okay, not India, Italian Space Agency. So these 3 space agencies are part of Cassini-Huygens. If we talk about MESSENGER, mapping and investigating the Mercury, this is right. First was not right, this is right. Voyager 1 and 2, exploring the outer solar system. Okay, second and third are right. Correct answer is option B. Okay, option B is the right answer. So with this, now let us quickly move to another question. So it says, with reference to the feast, right? Feast. What is the full form of feast? Finite element analysis of structures. Consider the following statements. They have given 2 statements. We need to identify which of them are correct. It is the general purpose finite element analysis software developed by National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is wrong. The first part of the discussion is right. First part of the first statement is right. Second part is wrong. Why? Because this particular thing does not belong to NASA. It belongs to one of the agency of India that is known as Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Okay, Vikram Sarabhai, VSSC, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center of Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Second statement, it enables real life applications in heat transfer problems of aerospace and marine engineering. This is the thing. So option B is correct. Now you need to understand what is FEAST. FEAST is a kind of software system that has been developed by Vikram Sarabhai. It is V, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Using FEAST, they will be able to understand how heat is transferred in a system. Using this, they will be able to study, let's say, aerospace or aircraft. They'll be able to study the buildings. They'll be able to study ships, how heat is transferred. Generally, when, let's say, airplanes move, so they displace air. When they displace air, so friction happens. Because of friction, heat is generated. So using this software, they will be able to, let's say, estimate or calculate the real value of heat. So that will be beneficial for them. Okay, so this is the thing. Option B is the right answer. Now we have another question. Here it says, Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding National Innovation Foundation, NIF, India, okay, National Innovation Foundation. So NIF is an autonomous body of the Department of Science and Technology under central government. This is right, this is wrong. So this is related to a body, National Innovation Foundation. Simply search about it, read about what is the nature of the body, learn about its objective, learn about some of the programs that it may have undertaken. So that will help you, right, related to that. So with this, let us now quickly move to another question. This is question number 9. We are going to discuss about it. It says, with reference to Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast. In short, it is known as PM Divine, Prime Minister's Development of Northeast. Okay, PM Divine. It is written at like this. So what is PM Divine? It says tourism and connectivity sectors are among the focus areas of PM Divine. This is right. This scheme is a central sector scheme with 100% central assistance. Okay. This statement is also right. Okay. This statement is also right. How many of the above statements are correct? They have asked how many, but they should ask which of the above statements are correct. Okay. It should be which of the above statements are correct. So both these statements are correct. Okay, all right. Both these statements are correct in this thing. So Government of India has one ministry which is known as donor. Donor means development, the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region. Okay, Ministry for the Development of Northeastern Region. This particular ministry has recently interacted with the northeastern states, their chief ministers, and asked them to share some proposal about some development, right? Development as developmental aspect related to like this PM Divine, like Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast. That's the thing. So that's why it was in news. Correct answer is option C. Both 1 and 2 are right. Then we have another question. It is UPSC previous year question. It says, in the year 2001, the Prime Minister announced a 5-year excise duty holiday for industries in earthquake ravaged Kutch district. Okay, in 2001, what has happened? Earthquake has affected the Kutch district. Kutch is in Gujarat, right? So if I draw the, let's say, right, this is the map of, let's say, over here, somewhere here, we have Kutch district. So earthquake has affected this. So the Prime Minister of India has, announced a 5-year excise duty holiday for industries. Okay, excise duty holiday for industries in the Kutch district. That's the thing. So with this, now let us quickly move to another topic. This is topic number 10, question number 10. Consider the following statements about Modi at 2. This is a topic from Art and Culture section. Very important question. Okay, very important question. It says, consider the following statements about Mudiyattu. Mudiyattu is an art form that is performed in Kerala, in the state of Kerala. Okay, it is performed in the state of Kerala. So it says it is a combination of dance and drama. This is right. It is an offshoot of the Bhadrakali cult based on the tale of battle between goddess Kali and demon Darika. That's also right. It is mainly performed in the state of Tamil Nadu. This is wrong. It is not in Tamil Nadu, but it is performed in Kerala. Mudiyattu, Kutiyattam, many of these, let's say, art forms are there. They have been included in the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, like that. Okay, so the art forms performing art, they are intangible cultural heritage, right? That's the thing. So third statement is wrong. All other part is right. It is mainly performed in the state of Kerala after the summer crops have been harvested. This is the thing. But it is here they have mentioned Tamil Nadu, which is wrong. It has been recognized as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO. This is also right. 1, 2 and 4 are right. So only 3 statements are right. Okay, option C is right in this case. All right. You need to learn about all these type of art forms that have received, let's say, UNESCO let's say award of, or like UNESCO recognition of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So Mudiyattu was inserted into this list by UNESCO in the year of 2010. Okay, in the year of 2010. But before it, Kudiyattam was also included. Okay, Kudiyattam was also included. Now we have another question. It is from the previous year, UPSC Prelims 2014. What it says, with reference to the famous Satriya dance. What dance? Satriya dance. You know, like for example, we have classical dances. We have various types of classical dances that you study. Satriya is one of them. It says, consider the following statement. Satriya is a combination of music, dance and drama. This is right. It is a centuries old living tradition of Vaishnavites of Assam. This is also right. It is based on classical ragas and talas of devotional song composed by Tulsidas. No. Okay. Kabir and Mirabai. Option B is right. Okay. You need to learn about classical dance forms. Right. So with this is Mudiyattu ritual theatre and dance drama of Kerala. So it was in news. So that's all from my side for the day. Thank you so much everyone for attending today's session. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.